Hi all, hope you are doing well. So today's topic is maximum mode operation of 8086 microprocessor. In previous topic we have seen that minimum mode operation of 8086. So in minimum mode 8086 processor acts as a master. That means it will generate its own control signals. But in maximum mode operation it will act as a multiprocessor. Multiprocessor means it will do multiple tasks at a time. Rather than in minimum mode, it will do only one task at a time. But in maximum mode, it will take many process at a time. Okay, that means many process means in one unit it will do arithmetic operations, ALU operations. At the same time, it will do transfer operations, etc. Okay, so multiple tasks can be done by 8086 at maximum mode. Okay, so first to operate, how we understand the in which mode the 8086 is present. So by this pin we can understand the mode of operation of 8086. So if this pin is VCC, what is happened? If this pin is VCC, 8086 is in minimum mode. But if we want to operate 8086 in maximum mode, we have to connect this to the ground pin. Okay, next. So there are some other components here. Yesterday we have already seen that there is a clock generator 8284 which is responsible for providing synchronization or providing timing to the microprocessor, and these are the buffers, data buffers, and this is a transceiver. So this data buffer is responsible for demultiplexing address from the address and data lines. So previously there is address and data lines are multiplexed together. Okay, so 8282 is a latch. So this is a 8-bit latch. So from this address data bus, we have to demultiplex the address. Okay, so to demultiplex the address, so this is connected to the 8282 latch, so which is 8-bit, but we have 20-bit address lines, so that we are using three of such 8282 latches are connected here. So after that 8282 latch, we are generating a 20-bit address lines here. Okay, so this is what. So here address is demultiplexed, but and here the data is demultiplexed. Okay, so data. So this from this address and data bus, we are giving this to the 8286 transceiver. This will generate 16-bit data from that address and data bus. Okay, so this is the purpose of 8286, which is responsible for generating 16-bit data, which is 8282 is responsible for generating 20-bit address. Okay, so and this is next component is 8282 bus controller. So entire microprocessor controller is in this 8288 bus controller. Okay, so these are the status lines S0, S1, S2. These are the status lines. In basing on these status lines, which operation we are doing is controlled by this 8288 processor. Okay, so what are these status lines? Just so S2 bar, sorry, S2, S1, S0. If these status lines are zeros, this will represent interrupt acknowledgement. Interrupt acknowledgement. Okay, if 001 at the status pins, it means IO read. which gives IO read, which gives the IO read operation. If 0 1 0, it gives IO write. Okay, and if this is 0 0 1 1, which indicates halt operation, halt. Okay, if this is 1 0 0, it is instruction fetch operation, instruction fetch. If this is 1 0 1, memory read. Okay, if this is 1 1 0, memory write. If 1 1 1, it is inactive. Okay, so basing on the status lines, this bus controller will control all these operations. Okay, so 0 0 0 0 0, all zeros means interrupt acknowledgement. So interrupt acknowledgement means 8086 is accepting the external interrupt, so it will service the interrupt. It will service the interrupt there. Okay, so if interrupt has coming to the 8086 processor, then it gives the interrupt acknowledgement. Okay, acceptance to that interrupt. Next, 001 means IO read operations. So IO read means it read data from the input output devices. Though 8086 is accepting reading the instructions from instruction or data from IO devices. So 010 means instruction write operation, IO operation, IO write. So we are sending our result to the input output devices. So next, 011 means halt operation. So halt operation is a special case in which the all buses are in the control of 8086. Okay, next 100 is instruction fetch operation. Instruction fetch means we are initially what we have to do. So from an instruction, from a memory location, we have to get some instruction, that is called instruction fetch operation. So from a memory location, we have to go there and take the data, required data which is in that memory location, that is called instruction fetch. Next, 101 means memory read operation. So we are reading the data from the memory. Okay, 110 means memory write operation. Memory write operation means we are storing our result in the memory. Okay, 111 is indicates inactive state. So in this case, the 8086 is in inactive mode. Okay, so this is all about the status signals here. So 8288 is a bus controller which is which has the inputs of these status lines, which will control all these operations. In previously in minimum mode, all these read and write operations and all the controls are within the 8086 only, but in maximum mode all the controls are done by 8288. Okay, what are these signals? So from these MRDC bar means memory read command, memory write command, advanced memory write command, IO write command, IO read command, advanced IO read command, interrupt acknowledgement bar. Okay, so these are the memory read and write outputs of the bus controller. Okay, what are these advanced signals? There are two advanced control signals over here which are indicates. So we are doing what here is, so from slow devices what we have to do. So there is a 3 steps in executing a instruction. సో ఒక ఇన్స్ట్రక్షన్ మనం ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేయాలంటే మనకి అక్కడ 3 స్టెప్స్ ఉంటుంది. ఫస్ట్ ఏంటి? ఫెచ్, ఇన్స్ట్రక్షన్ ఫెచ్. నెక్స్ట్ decode. Next one is execute. So microprocessor will do all these 3 steps in 4 clock cycles. So in 4 clock cycles a microprocessor will do all these things. So entire these 4 clock cycles is called a machine cycle. Machine cycle. Okay. So in case of slow devices, so memory read operation is done 1 clock pulse advancedly. Actually, so suppose these are the clock pulses we have. T1, T2, T1, T2, T3, T4, sorry, TW, T4. So TW means wait state, okay? So in T1 cycle, what we are doing is we have to get the address where our required data is resides in the memory location. So ఏ లొకేషన్ లో మనకి రిక్వైర్డ్ డేటా ఉందో ఆ పర్టికులర్ లొకేషన్ ని T1 అనే స్టేట్ లో మనం తీసుకుంటాం. ఓకే, అంటే దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ అడ్రస్ క్యాలిక్యులేషన్. ఓకే, ఇన్ అడ్రస్ క్యాలిక్యులేషన్ T1 లో జరుగుతుంది. T2 వచ్చేసరికి ఏమవుతుంది? సో మనకు ఒక అడ్రస్ దొరికింది, ఆ అడ్రస్ లో డేటా ఉంది, ఆ డేటా తీసుకొచ్చి మనం ఈ ప్రాసెసర్ లోకి తీసుకురావాలి. సో అక్కడ నుంచి ఏమవుతుంది? ఈ T2 నుంచి ఈ అడ్రస్ అండ్ డేటా లైన్స్ లో మనకి ఓన్లీ డేటా అనేది ట్రావెల్ అవుతుంది. ఓకే, ఓకేనా? సో ఇక్కడ ఏంటంటే అడ్వాన్స్డ్ మెమొరీ, అడ్వాన్స్డ్ ఐఓ రైట్, అడ్వాన్స్డ్ మెమొరీ రైట్ ఏంటంటే, సో ఫస్ట్ ఏమవుతుంది? ఇక్కడ రీడింగ్ అనేది జరుగుతుంది. ఓకే, సో అడ్వాన్స్డ్ ఆపరేషన్ ఏంటంటే ఒక సైకిల్ ముందుగానే మనం ఈ అడ్వాన్స్ గా ఈ రైట్ ఆపరేషన్ ని చేస్తూ ఉంటాం అన్నమాట. ఎందుకంటే స్లో డివైజెస్ ని 8086 లో సింక్ చేయాలంటే ఆ స్లో డివైజెస్ కి ఒక స్టెప్ ముందుగానే మనం ఈ సిగ్నల్ ని మనం తీసుకురావాల్సి ఉంటుంది, పంపించాల్సి ఉంటుంది. సో అందుకని చెప్పేసి మనకి అడ్వాన్స్డ్ ఐఓ రైట్, అడ్వాన్స్డ్ మెమరీ రైట్ కమాండ్స్ అనేవి ఇక్కడ యూజ్ చేస్తాం. ఓకే, దిస్ ఈస్ అబౌట్ ద maximum mode operation of 8086. There are some control signals here: data enable, DT by R bar and ALE. So these 3 are the control signals which controls the operation of this 8282 and this 8286. What are those? Those are basically a data buffers or latches. Okay, so address latch enable is responsible for generating valid address from this address and data lines, which will control the 8282 address latch buffer. Okay, and data enable is controlling this transceiver or a buffer which indicates which is responsible for generating valid data from this address and data lines. Okay, data enable, the name itself tells us data enable. So in this address and data combined multiplexer line, we are enabling data from this line. Okay, we are only enabling data. What is happening here? We are enabling address here, we are enabling data here. What we have only a common channel for address and data. So to divide that, ALE is responsible for address generation, data enable is responsible for data generation. Okay, and DT by R bar is responsible for indicating the data is transferred towards the processor or away from the processor. Okay, so data result మనకి స్టోర్ అవుతుందా లేకపోతే వస్తుందా అని చెప్పడానికి ఈ DT by R bar. DT అంటే data transfer or receive. Okay, if this is 0, we are receiving, the processor is receiving from outside the processor. Okay, the data is received from outside the processor. If dt by r bar is 1, 8086 transfers the data from its to another device. So this is about maximum mode operation of 8086. Okay.